The year is 1950. The world watches as a new conflict erupts. The Korean War. North Korea, communist-backed, invades the South. The United States and its allies under the banner of the United Nations rush to defend South Korea. Among them, a small nation with a giant spirit, the Philippines. They sent their fighting sons, the Philippine Expeditionary Forces, to Korea, or PEFTOK. They were ready to fight for freedom on foreign soil. The Philippines, still recovering from World War II, understood the cost of war. They knew the importance of defending liberty. They committed over 7,400 soldiers to the Korean War. These soldiers were not just fighting for South Korea. They were fighting for the principles of democracy and freedom. Principles that resonated deeply with their own history. The Korean Peninsula, a land of rugged mountains and icy rivers, became the battleground for this ideological clash. The Filipino soldiers, known for their tenacity and courage, were about to face their greatest test. The Battle of Yultong was on the horizon. The 10th Battalion Combat Team, known as the Fighting 10th, were deployed to Korea in 1950. They were a fresh and eager unit, ready to prove themselves in battle. They joined other UN forces along the 38th parallel, the dividing line between North and South Korea. Their mission, to hold the line against communist aggression. The 10th BCT quickly earned a reputation for their fighting spirit and resilience. They endured harsh weather conditions and constant enemy probes. The Filipinos, with their unwavering resolve, were determined to hold their ground. They knew the importance of their mission. The Chinese People's Volunteer Army fighting for North Korea had entered the war. They were vast in number and equipped with Soviet weaponry. The war had escalated. The Filipinos were facing a formidable foe. The stage was set for a clash of titans. The small but determined Filipino force against the overwhelming might of the Chinese army. The Battle of Yultong was about to begin. April 22, 1951. Yultong, a small village nestled among the hills, became a focal point in the Korean War. The Chinese PVA launched a massive offensive, intending to break through the UN lines. The 10th BCT found themselves directly in the path of the enemy onslaught. The Filipinos, outnumbered and outgunned, refused to yield. They dug in, fortifying their positions. They knew the importance of holding Yultong. It was a strategic location, crucial for the defense of the UN lines. The Chinese attacked relentlessly. Waves of enemy soldiers surged forward, determined to overrun the Filipino positions. The Filipinos, with their limited resources, fought back with everything they had. Their courage and determination were unwavering. The Battle of Yultong was a desperate struggle for survival. The Filipinos, faced with overwhelming odds, fought with extraordinary bravery. Section 4. A desperate fight for survival. The night of April 22nd was filled with the sounds of battle. The air crackled with gunfire. Explosions lit up the sky. The Filipinos, holding their positions, fought off wave after wave of Chinese attacks. They used their knowledge of the terrain to their advantage. They set up ambushes and utilized flanking maneuvers. Stories of individual heroism emerged from the chaos. Corporal Fidel Pagador, armed with only a rifle and a bayonet, single-handedly held off an entire enemy platoon, repelling their assault and allowing his comrades to regroup. His bravery inspired those around him. The Filipinos, despite heavy casualties, held their ground throughout the night. Their stubborn defense shocked the Chinese commanders. They had underestimated the fighting spirit of these soldiers from a small island nation. The tide began to turn. The Filipinos, through their sheer grit and determination, were holding back the Chinese advance. They were buying valuable time for UN forces to reinforce the line. Section 5. Legacy of Courage, the Spirit of Yultong. As dawn broke on April 23rd, the Chinese assault began to falter. The Filipinos, exhausted but not broken, prepared for one final desperate attack. They inflicted heavy casualties and held their position for 10 hours. The order came for a strategic withdrawal. The Battle of Yultong was over. The 10th BCT suffered heavy losses, but their sacrifice was not in vain. They held off a larger enemy force, preventing a breakthrough. The Battle of Yultong became a testament to the courage and resilience of the Filipino soldier. It solidified their reputation as fierce and skilled warriors. It showcased their unwavering dedication to freedom and democracy. The legacy of Yultong lives on. It serves as a reminder of the sacrifices made by a small nation fighting for a larger cause. The Filipinos, through their valor and determination, left an indelible mark on the Korean War.